Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Factutainment. I am Oremaster 101, the air quote alleged owner of the channel. With me today, I have my co-owner, Zero Yeti.
Yeah, he tricked me into doing the co-signing thing, and now I'm significantly in debt as well.
Mm, tragic. That's what you get for not reading the fine print. And then we have Avery.
Hello, I've invested entirely too much money into this goddamn company.
Beth.
I'm gonna whoop his arm.
And Braden. And we are continuing our Animation April little thing that we're doing, and this time we watched A Bag of Shite.
The movie.
The major motion picture. What did you guys think of Bag of Shite?
I really like the bag, honestly.
I like the
The,
oak
the
more.
shite, not so much.
I think the fact that they got fresh horse manure to star in it was insane. Okay, enough with
Job after BoJack Horseman ended.
okay, enough with this gay banter. We actually watched Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Gromit's looking at you like, wait, what?
Yeah, this was my pick for this month because British.
Yes, because I can't really think of any other British cartoons.
The channel is being called. You can't think of any other British cartoons. That Postman Pat.
We kind of watched one earlier. Well, that was Irish.
We could have watched Dougal instead.
Because, fun fact, a bunch of American Tail was animated in Ireland.
Oh,
The channel's being colonized, and now this video is being reverse colonized with stuff from the other video.
Okay, so hang on, I'm gonna. Am I discussing the plot of Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit today, or
What the fuck is going on down there?
don't worry about it?
you are allegedly the owner of this channel.
Okay.
Oh, you weren't using Safe Search? What's going on?
I love weight gain.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? What am I saying that? What are you guys saying that I'm not?
WG.
WG, weight gain.
Oh.
It's okay. We've learned Aura's dyslexic.
But anyway, so I guess should we do some background on what Wallace and Gromit is exactly?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's originally like a duo that was kind of conceptualized by Nick Park, one of the kind of now head animators at Aardman, while he was a student animator. And he ended up working on some of the original shorts pretty much by himself while kind of, well, not interning, but kind of working low level at Aardman.
Click on the tired-looking Wallace. There we go. This is me right now.
Because I believe Aardman at the time were mostly working on things like commercials and that kind of thing at the time, if I remember correctly. But then Nick Park managed to get those first short together, and it was a big hit, and it kind of defined what Aardman became, more or less.
Yeah, I remember the first three shorts aired on Cartoon Network at some point when I was younger. One had them going to the moon and discovering, and because it was made of cheese. That one was kind of stressful because Wallace forgot the fucking crackers.
A Grand Day Out was the first one.
And there's a robot on the moon.
Yes, there's a robot on the moon. Then there's the one with the. It is a penguin, right?
Yeah. The
Evil
Long
penguin.
Trousers is the name of that short, and then The third one has Shaun the Sheep in it. Oh,
Shaun the Sheep.
what was that one called? A Close Shave. That's what that one was called.
And then there's the dog catcher one.
Sheep got its own series.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it had a very, very long-running children's series in the UK, at least.
I still have like all the VHSs for the original Wallace and Gromit, like downstairs.
Sorry, I'm just looking at some of these pictures. We'll keep this for later. But yeah,
They do.
Yeah, Aardman then kind of went on to make Chicken Run, a very interesting series. I don't know if it ever came to the States, called Creature Comforts, which what they did was they just interviewed random normal people about like everyday stuff and then animated it.
Hang on.
Is that the one where the turtle animation where it's like,
That is where that came from, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so I remember I think I've seen like the slug one around.
Try typing in turtle.
And then there's other movies they did was Flushed Away.
Oh right.
Which I
surprisingly good.
Which is all right. I'm just upset that DreamWorks made them do it in CG.
Oh dear.
Yeah. To me, like I went in watching it initially. I'm like, this is gonna be not one of the best, and I'm like, this is surprisingly like an 8 out of 10.
The one part of this I remember is the part where the main character's in the sewer and he's trying to grab onto something and he grabs onto something that looks like a turd and then it turns out to be like a candy bar.
Yeah.
It also had a pretty good, like a pretty decent video game adaptation of it, allegedly.
And surprisingly, only like 6 poop jokes, which was restraint.
Anyway, we're getting off topic a little bit. We are here to talk about
that was just a quick history of Aardman animations.
They also made one. Didn't they make Pirates?
Yeah, Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one where
Pirates and the Adventure of Scientists is what was known as in the UK, but I don't remember what it was called in the States. I know it had a different name.
Ball team, but it was Caveman.
No, it's not the Croods. That was the other one. Early Man, I think, is one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beginning of Wallace and Gromit, Curse the Rare Rabbit starts with a little montage of pictures of Wallace with Gromit as they kind of like grow up and so on and so forth.
Yeah, at some point apparently he had a handlebar mustache at some point, apparently, Wallace.
And Gromit went to turf college.
Oh yes.
Again, yes, Dogwarts, but again, this film was made before she went insane.
They made Arthur Christmas.
Insane.
Oh, they made Arthur Christmas?
Well, they did. Well, they did make Arthur Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Like Wallace as a character is this sort of inventor, and in this movie it's like every short he'd have some new venture. And there was a video game at one point where it was also sort of like that, where every chapter of the video game was a new thing they were doing, and in this one he's basically capturing vermin.
And they made a video game called 1111 Memories Retold, which is about the horrors of World War I.
What, you don't feel the horrors of World War I permeating this Wallace and Gromit short?
But yeah, as Beth was saying, in this movie, Wallace and Gromit are pest control, anti-pesto. There were several jokes made about the sauce pesto, the anti-pesto platter, like an appetizer platter, and yeah, those were the only jokes.
The only jokes in the entire movie.
But the film, basically what happens is in the beginning is this
In the beginning.
I can't remember if they were shown, but like this older couple is going to bed, and a rabbit breaks in.
Their disturbing garden gnome is catches motion detection from this rabbit breaking into this big garden.
Yes. And then after it lights, oh, can I find the wall? Wallace and Gromit, wall of.
Wall of eyes.
There we go. So Wallace and Gromit have just a wall of their clients, and all the clients have light bulb eyes.
So when stuff goes off in their yards, those eyes light up and they know to go to that place.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically have all these convoluted traps and cameras set up in everybody's garden because they're paid to do this.
And then they have a Ruth. I can't. It's pronounced Ruth Goldberg machine, right?
Yes.
A Ruth
Goldberg
Goldberg machine set up to wake them up when they need to take care of these situations, and so they wake up, they get thrown into their car, and then they make their way over to where is it?
The bag of
Okay, and back in shite. But then they make their way over and save the pumpkin. Yippee! Everybody say yippee.
Though I feel with how much that pumpkin got dragged, it should be disconnected by now.
I think it also got a bite taken out of it towards the end.
Almost.
Then afterwards, I can't. The older couple wonder what they do with the rabbits, and then we transition to the next scene where it looks like it's like gearing it up to where Gromit is cooking, yeah, like butcher the rabbit and stuff and like cook it, but then it just turns out that Wallace and Gromit are keeping the rabbits that they catch in hutches
in
because
the basement.
At the bottom of a well.
Yeah.
And they're lotion on their fur, or else they get the hose of Gur. Can you click on the one with the 2 mugs?
Yeah, hang on.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out where it is.
Nope. You had it.
I had it? Okay.
Nope. Nope. It's right there at the bottom.
Oh.
Stop. No, not that one.
Oh my god.
Patrick the John.
Fuck.
John.
Is this the right picture? Yes or no?
No. You've gone through so many motions that it's You're almost there. It's down. You're
What?
not going down. Yes.
There you go.
Hey, so guess what? I can't see the mugs on this one very well. When you say the mugs, I'm assuming the ones that have the mugs more predominantly on them.
Maybe that one down there. I've seen this joke used a few times by weight gain artists, which is why I kept making that joke.
Yeah, I did realize it earlier when I was looking at a different version of the Wallace and Gromit mugs. It's like, oh, that's why I kept on getting yelled at about weight gain. Sorry, I'm trying to... what happened next?
Yeah, they're keeping the rabbits in pins and feeding them carrots through chutes.
Yes. Then Wallace starts waking up for breakfast, and Gromit activates the chute to I wonder if I can Wallace and Gromit Were Rabbit.
Bring Wallace to the breakfast table, but he's too fat and gets stuck, so he's trying to keep Wallace. So Gromit is trying to keep Wallace on a diet. He has to push Wallace through the hole with a giant hammer. This is what all paintings look like to me. Just eyes that follow me.
And so, okay, this is a complaint that I have when it's like, oh, you just need to go on a diet. You, like, people, like, just try to force you to eat, like, raw, like, or, like, cooked, but really, really poorly cooked vegetables. And it's like, this guy likes cheese. Make cheesy vegetables for him.
Also, this is the UK, so you know those vegetables are cooked poorly.
Avery source?
Just boiled.
Boil oil.
I can't deny that one.
But then...
Because it turns out sprouts are actually quite tasty if you season them and roast them instead of boil them.
What? So, after Gromit gives Wallace his breakfast, which is the sad plate of vegetables, Gromit goes out to take care of
His
what was
prized marrow.
Marrow's sort of like a squash.
Okay,
Or
thank you for
zucchini.
answering that. Because I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
it's a
him.
type of squash.
And then as he's taking care of the marrow, Wallace
Wallace is throwing away his breakfast and trying to sneak some cheese.
Gromit has replaced his cheese with a mousetrap.
Yeah, marrows are close relatives of zucchini. They're also known as winter squash.
Yeah, I mentioned this during the movie, but I just want to say that like every look Gromit gives is looks like Jim from The Office doing that slow head shake.
I'm gonna say this and it's probably not gonna make any sense, but Gromit gives like heavy, like homophobic dog vibes as well.
No, he doesn't.
Like the hang on. Hang on.
Like this is more concern. Homophobic dog is more judgment.
Not even a little bit?
No.
Okay.
There's too much whiteness. I did also wonder what Wallace's skull looks like, because the entire top of his head is just brow. Just malleable brow.
Mm-hmm. But after getting his fingers snapped by the mousetrap,
literally being caught red-handed.
That's when they get the call from a lady, Tottington. Yeah, I do not like looking at her.
Or explain her nickname. Avery, explain what Totty means.
Totty is not used so much anymore, but it is just a how do I do this gently? A term for a woman you are sleeping with, kind of. So you can in the old days, people don't really use this much anymore, but in the old days you'd be going to the pub looking for a bit of toddy. Would be like the phrase.
I'm guessing that's also where the drink comes from, the hot toddy.
It's hot toddy in the UK.
Oh, damn it.
And then you don't even want to know what a hot toddy is. I'm kidding.
They describe it, the other places describe it as a desirable woman. Isn't this woman desirable?
Is a warm cocktail made with whiskey and or other spirits, along with hot water, lemon, and honey juice.
Are there bitters in it?
There can
There
be.
can be.
Depends on if you think a store bitters is popular, Dad.
And I'm trying to remember the order of operations. Did Toddy meet with Wallace and Gromit before she met with
No.
No? Okay. So
No, she gave them a phone
I
call
guess.
to deal with the rabbit infestation.
Oh wait, now I remember.
Yeah, click on him.
Yeah, so she gave the phone call and then they were like, we're on our way, and then
It's one of my favorite dumb jokes in the movie, which is just we'll be there in an ah. I can't wait an ah.
and then knock 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 on the door.
This is the most British image I've ever seen.
Hey, what's the? I forgot the name of this guy. Hang on. Let's see.
Victor
MC
Quartermain.
Yeah. So
I believe it was you,
by the way,
Aura.
Quartermain is a bald joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, I get it too.
There are so many clever jokes in this movie that I absolutely love.
Aura, I believe it was you that said all of these characters have DSLs.
That Quartermain and Wallace are a classic example of if you're going bald, don't do a toupee, don't try and do a comb over, just shave it and rock it. Like, there's nothing sadder than when you're losing your hair to desperately pretend you aren't.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I respect a man who wears a toupee at least, compared to like somebody who does like hair plugs or something, because hair plugs are real desperate.
Yeah, but I respect a man who's just completely bald more than I respect a toupee.
All right.
I respect a man who has no body hair whatsoever and looks like one of those aliens from Fringe.
That's hot. But yes, so Victor shows up. That kind of continues the joke after she hangs up. She's like, "Oh, they were faster than I thought," and then it's Victor who opens up the door.
Can we find a picture of her, the paintings of her ancestors?
Let's see.
Tottingham.
Nottingham.
Why is that a search result?
Wait. I was too busy typing. What was one of the search results?
One of the drop-down results was Lady Tottingham crying.
What the fuck?
And it's Tottington, not Tottenham.
Oh, okay. Okay. This still does not help.
God damn it, Google.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Hypothetically, at the end of the day, I could just go back. I could just like run it back real fast and show the picture.
Run it back up. I found it if you just type in Lady Tottingham painting instead of all the other stuff.
Lady.
Well, don't do it. Okay.
Tottington. Okay, hang on. Just clicking that to get it open, and then painting again.
Yes. There in the middle.
Oh.
Top
middle.
Hang on. Open. New tab.
No, great. Now we have to deal with Phantom again.
God damn it. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh my god, what is this? I think you have to click the drop down on gallery.
Okay.
So many redirect notices.
I know.
What's the point of the redirect notice, Google? Okay, click on that one.
There we. Okay. We didn't have to search that hard. We just have to be pissed off the whole time.
This is the most British image ever because all of her ancestors look inbred.
They are the aristocracy.
Let's see what. Honestly, I might just keep this open. A lot of the relevant pictures are right here.
Right.
But yeah, what was I saying?
Yeah, but Victor shows up and is. No, Victor does show up. Victor shows up first before they get there.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, I can deal with your rabbit problem. Gets his gun.
Yeah.
And Tonnington's like, well, I understand that you can deal with it, but I don't want you to kill them. All right, now, and then Wallace and Gromit show up without them knowing, and they start catching one rabbit. But then they see that Lady Tonnington's yard is absolutely
It's overrun.
Yeah, it's overrun. And then that's when they were like, we gotta get the suck machine out, which is, I know, not the name of it.
The bun, it's the bun, I think it's like the Bunvac 6000 or something to that effect.
Floor sucker.
It's the floor sucker. And then, actually, let me open, link a new tab. Yes, I know it's gonna be.
And to search Wallace and Gromit blow suck. What could possibly go wrong?
I know better. Oh, wait, is this gonna? Oh my god, it's gonna be every fucking.
But if
There's the Were Rabbit. Very interesting how Wallace's gallery isn't as. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. But yes, this leads into one of my other kind of like, I don't want to say it's a joke, but Victor points his gun to shoot at a rabbit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just sending them to rabbit heaven," and at that point, the rabbit gets sucked into the hole.
Into the ground.
Into the ground, yes. And it looks very ethereal and stuff until it gets sucked into the machine.
Going into the light.
Yes. Then I'm trying to. When did?
And then the rabbit is just floating in the sky, and there's other rabbits because they're in a big vacuum chamber. They're just sort of floating around in there.
I'm trying.
Which point, Aura pointed out that is a vacuum. They are all dead.
Yeah, it's a vacuum. Like. Let me try and find Victor. Does Victor have?
No, there would have to be airflow for the suction to be happening.
Yeah.
Sure.
At the risk of completely derailing this, did you know that London, England, had a vacuum tube rail transport system in like the 1800s?
We did, yeah. It was small and very short-lived, but it did exist. I think remnants of it are still around.
Supposed to be just for luggage, but people kept being like, "No, I got to ride in it."
Futurama before it was Futurama.
Kinda, yeah. And then at one point, the company that made it went under, and then like it was abandoned, and they didn't refill it or anything. And then there was a gas explosion. And then they realized that the thing was still down there. And so that's why some of the rail cars are in museums now.
But yeah, as they are sucking the rabbits up to humanely take care of... Yes, off. I can't remember what happened exactly.
Victor's toupee gets sucked off his head.
Yes, and then Victor, while looking into the hole, gets sucked into the hole.
Yes.
And then at that point, Lady Tottington comes around, sees Wallace and Gromit, and she's like, "Oh, thank you guys for taking care of these rabbits humanely." And they're like, "Hey, it's no problem. We have this last, like, big... Oh, wait, I think this is her, like... What? I don't actually know where this frame is from. This is just like her standing there.
This is when she's walking around the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and
This
she
is where he got
she
pulled.
first notices them.
Yeah, he got pulled through the ground, as you can see back there,
Mhm.
and then she comes around the building and finds him there.
And then as Wallace is telling her, we just have one more big rabbit, and tells Gromit to increase the suck, which at this point it is revealed that Victor is stuck in the pneumatic tube, which we already knew.
At which point, Wallace signals to Gromit like, no, cut it off.
Cut the feed! Oh yeah, I think we forgot to talk about him, but Victor also has a pet dog as well.
Philip. Yeah.
Yes, hang on. Philip is...
Come along, Philip.
And I guess this is not the best... Oh, this is a bad picture.
It's just the... I do find it funny the way the normal dogs walk in this, where they like walk with their arms and legs at their sides, just going up and down without moving forward.
Stance the fuck up. Then I think this leads into another joke that I found really funny, where so they're talking about like, oh, this is a great machine, and thank you for taking care of them humanely. And then Victor is like, I would like my toupee back, trying to like keep.
Well, first, I would like back my dignity.
And then Wallace is like, oh, I'm sorry, I think we only take check. And he's like, no, I want my toupee. I want my hair. Oh, well, they're rabbits. They're not hairs. And he's like, I'll just grab it. And he reaches in and he grabs what he thinks is
a black rabbit.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And the rabbit rides off into the sunset to potentially be shot by him. Or probably not.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forget. At this point, doesn't Wallace get an idea for something that is going to happen in a later scene? Because Lady Tottington's like, if only they didn't eat vegetables, correct?
Yeah, just if only it wasn't their nature. There's nothing we can do about that, is there?
What we're talking about, he had that idea to like. He had previously had the idea to make him stop eating cheese. Was using that machine.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I forget what it's called.
It's like the Mind-O-Matic or something.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not making the Snowbuddy joke again.
You see, like Dr.
Mind
Doof,
manipulation-o-matic.
like Dr. Doofenshmirtz and all other great creators, he has to put weird wordings at the end of his invention names. But yes, before they left, that was one thing that we forgot to talk about. Before they left, Wallace was like, well, I'm going to stick to my diet in the most contrived and weird way that I can think of. And that is to use my my mind manipulation omatic on myself to make myself hate cheese. Which, why would you want to hate cheese?
I think it's more, not necessarily hate cheese, more to make himself like vegetables.
Well, also, he eats way too much cheese. Like, you know those stories of people eating so much cheese they go blind? Wallace says that.
Yeah, a real thing, by the way, viewers. Can happen.
You fat bastard.
It's temporary blindness, but yeah.
Wallace, did you spend all night in the kitchen eating all this processed cheese? I think I might be blind.
I think I'm blind.
But anyway, they bring the rabbits back, and Wallace starts his ingenious plan of
Brainwashing the bunnies.
brainwashing the bunnies. And at this point, I realized, hey,
We've just been demonetized.
is this where my first kink came from? We've been demonetized several times already, man. It's fine.
Have you seen that one woman who draws herself as Gromit? There's Wallace.
I have not.
No, we've never been demonetized because we've never been monetized.
True.
Because we're communists.
But yeah. Also, for some reason, he's like, yes, we're gonna use the rays of the moon to also help increase the power of this machine. I personally, I think getting rays involved just makes things more complicated, don't you think?
I prefer skates.
But
Delicious.
as they are, sorry, what was that?
Delicious skates.
As Wallace is sending out his anti-vegetable brainwaves to the
Just
rabbits.
Veg bad.
We also need to. So I understand, like, you know, veggies are veggies, but with the British accents, they get a little too close to a different word.
Veg.
Yeah, veggies. But yeah, in true Wallace and Gromit fashion, it's working until it doesn't work. When Wallace brings
when he kicks the switch and makes it go from suck to blow.
Mm-hmm. And it puts one of the rabbits into his little brain thing, and then chamber, yes.
I just want to point out, with all these things he's invented, he could just make so much money.
Potentially.
This is supposed to be like the 50s or some shit, and he has moon panels.
I mean, who's to say he's not selling his inventions? Whatever happened to those pants, you know?
Moon panels and brainwashing that works, and transformation for all sorts of Twitter degenerates that would pay for this. Pay to be turned into Wallace.
Anyway, so they finally... Or, yes. I'd pay to be turned into a rabbit.
Who put this Lucario here?
What was I saying? So they finally get the rabbit out of the hat. I know it's not a hat. I said that on purpose. And they check to see if the rabbit doesn't like vegetables anymore. And lo and behold, it does not.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So they name him Hutch, right?
Yes.
Nothing bad happens for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I guess we in the review now, don't we? Like, what did we? I'm kidding. But as they go back upstairs to go to bed, we see that all the other rabbits down there, just
freaked out.
Yeah,
Hutch, to say the least.
And then after that, I'm trying to remember. We then get into the scene with the vicar, right?
Yes.
So, yes.
Shortly after, yes.
We transition to after all that is done, we transition to the village's holy man, yes, taking care of his eggplants.
Or aubergines, as they would be known where he is.
Eggplants, yes. Actually, hey,
what we call this? It looked like egg. We call eggplant.
You realize that name started in England, right? You guys changed it to aubergine. Originally, you called it eggplant. We just kept the same word.
Well, yes, because we realized it made us sound like apes. So we changed it.
I have bad news for you, Avery.
You
Oh.
are apes.
Yeah, I have really bad news for you, Avery, because aubergine originates from the French. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you got to give him something sometimes.
I'm gonna kill you. Hey, tune in next time for whatever we record, and I figure out how to work in hating the French into that one. But yes, he's taking care of his aubergines, I guess, aubergines, however you pronounce it. And this was I thought it was kind of funny because he locks it up, and it's like a fucking car locking, which I thought was kind of funny.
Right.
And then he heads on back into the church, where I forget, he's like starts praying, correct?
Well, he prays earlier in the greenhouse to make his aubergines nice and big. In fact, bigger than everyone else's, oh lord.
Judge, my opponent is seeking help from the divine.
All right, hey, let me look up a picture of the vicar real fast.
Palpatine.
My God,
Honestly,
he
not
does.
far off your average rural English vicar, to be honest.
God, I'm sorry, my brain is refusing to remember what exactly happened in the church. Like, I know
he's pottering around preparing for the harvest festival.
Yes.
Here's a sound. Goes whoever you are, come out. This is for the needy, so if you need anything, feel free to take. And then the creature approaches and he freaks out.
Oh
Just
yeah,
a little bit.
and then he
Knocks
for the
over his
cross.
cross and instead grabs
Pulls
a
out-
pair of cucumbers.
Yep.
uh
There's a lot of crosses in this movie. I find it interesting that they have all of this religious imagery and crosses and death and heaven and all that, but they don't actually mention God.
Well, no, he does. When
Yeah.
he's asking God to make his aubergines bigger.
I mean, does he specifically mention the word God? I think he maybe mentions
He's-
Lord.
He says, "Oh Lord," which is the same
Mm.
thing, really. It's semantics to say that he's not referring to God.
so after the were-rabbit has a quick nosh on the vegetables that are in the
Vegetables
church.
for the harvest season.
Yes, for the harvest season. It pieces the... This is for a different scene, but I think it was still shown earlier. But it pieces out, and it starts causing carnage all over the village. To which Gromit wakes up the next day, and is a little confused that they were not woken...
Every single client's alarm is going off.
Yeah. And then also their Goldberg machine has been disrupted, so it could not wake them up. And so he kind of
After the were-rabbit left the church, it just went through everybody's garden.
yeah.
And just ate everything, really.
But then Gromit wakes up Wallace, and Wallace finally notices, oh shit's fucked up. And then it transitions into them being at the
The church. The church where everyone's freaking out.
Yes.
Gromit bursts into flame for being an abomination of God.
And so they're trying to calm down the townsfolk. And then the Bobby
It's just like this vegetable competition's always a right fucking asshole. I bet it was. I bet it wasn't. I bet this was arson. Huh? Someone
arsing
arsing around. It's not a monster, it's one of yous. Anyway.
Okay, so I didn't quite understand. I didn't get that joke when it came out. I fully thought the joke for me was that he was a cop and he's incompetent for thinking that it was arson when nothing was on fire.
No, the joke was just a pun.
You know what? That's fair.
The were-rabbit burned down an orphanage.
Oh, God. I'm trying to remember the order of operations of what... Oh, yeah, everybody's mad at Wallace and Gromit because, like, how dare you not stop Yeah, we pay you to stop pests from happening, and how dare you not stop this pest that was able to just bust down your fucking pest cage to keep animals out of our vegetables. Which is kind of fair.
I don't think that's fair when, like, it's something that literally is tearing the metal cages to pieces. You would just be there like, oh, what was I supposed to do?
Actually, no, that's right, Avery.
If I paid you to get rid of a bunch of pigeons in the area, and then an ostrich shows up and starts kicking people's doors in, I'm not going to get mad at you about the pigeons.
Yeah, actually, you know...
No, that happened to me.
Everybody's kind of weirdly mad at Wallace and Gromit for, like, oh, you didn't take care... That's out of our pay grade.
So fun. I probably told this story before, but when I was a kid, at one point, the people down the road had emus at one point, and we have a photo somewhere in our house of an emu next to our mailbox when it just got out of the pen or whatever.
I'm related, but I've been called in twice now because people have found like a reptile and they're like, we don't know what this is, and it's like my brother's friend or something, so I show up to like see what it is, and I'm like, oh, that's because it's not native to this area. And the first time it was sulcata tortoise, and the second time it was a tegu.
What does that mean?
A tegu is a type of lizard, but they're like huge.
Oh, I fucking love tegus. Tegus are great.
They're pretty chill, yeah, but I was like, yeah, no one, this isn't a native animal. Like,
it's E. There you go.
Oh yeah, I love these guys. They're like
fat-faced one.
They're like unseasoned pieces of chicken.
Yeah, and if you have them from when they're young, they're really chill, as you can see by that lady who just has one just over her shoulder.
You fat bastard.
Yeah, sorry, I'm typing something.
And then one time there was an American alligator, but everyone knew what it was.
Tell it was American because it was drinking Bud Light.
Everyone, and it was just like, okay, who had a pet alligator they didn't tell people about and decided to put it in the local lake?
It was me. I'm sorry. Now once again, I'm having trouble remembering the order of operations exactly. Did the vicar like was everybody like, hey, so
the vicar was like, repent! We've been making vegetables grow far beyond their natural size. This is our punishment. Kind of stuff.
Wait, another joke that was really good. When the vicar's having his breakdown, there's like crazy organ music going on, and the Bobby's like, hey, knock it off, and then it cuts over to the organist playing, and she's just like, oh, I'll stop.
Can we talk about how the vicar came in a wheelchair, then just stood up and kept walking through half the scene?
Yeah.
I think he's just quirky like that.
Rama.
But yeah, he, and then we get that scene, yes, of the...
There was a picture of... Oh, right there.
Yeah. And then, does Victor come in and start being like, I'm gonna shoot it? Or
yeah, he
Yeah.
does, and then Totty is just like, no, let's give them a second chance.
it's
Like the angel is
symbolic.
behind her, and then the
I am
devil is
Jesus.
behind Victor.
Jesus.
Hang on. Let me try and see if Victor Church. Let's see if we can find the picture. No, that's not it. Church horns. What if I look up church horns instead without Victor? You know what? I'm not gonna worry too hard about it. The joke is that after Toddington is like, we need to give it a second chance, looking all angelic, it cuts back to Victor just standing there, and then has a pair of horns like right behind it.
Like a pitchfork that looks like double horns. Yeah.
Yes. And then Toddington looks to Wallace and Gromit and is like, well, what plan do you have? And then Wallace is like, yes, the plan. We have for a big rabbit, you need a big trap. And then
Figure it out, yeah.
and everybody's like, wow, that's such a great idea. And then let's see, where rabbit?
Astolfo walks in.
Sheet rabbit. Let's see if I can get. Oh, that's so fucked up.
That's from the video game.
Here, this is a better picture. But yeah, then that night after that whole debacle, at some point they build a fucking giant, I guess the best
Rabbit.
Sex rabbit.
yeah, the sex rabbit puppet. That's what it is. It's a puppet basically. That Gromit is piloting as Wallace is driving around. And then as they're driving, Wallace is like, "Hey, put some more stank on it," which is me paraphrasing again. And
No, he literally says that.
yes, thank you. But oh, there we go.
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
And then as Wallace is watching the puppet rabbit dance around, he drives them through a tunnel.
He's not looking.
Yeah, he's not looking. He drives them through a tunnel, and it knocks the rabbit puppet off of the roof, and it drags Gromit into the roof. And so they park.
It's all like strings and pedals down there if he's controlling it.
Yes.
Which means Gromit is also doing this in the truck.
Hang on. Gromit strings? There we go.
This was somebody's awakening.
Hang on. You keep talking. I have to respond to something real fast. Hang on.
Why don't you just pause the recording?
Oh, because it's just recording.
As God intended.
Yes, as God intended. I ordered cheese. But yeah, so Wallace has to go back to find the puppet. So Gromit moves back up to the front seat, and he starts knitting, which I think is a very nice character trait for Gromit to have. I like knitting as well.
Would explain all of the vests.
Gromit does so fucking much.
He does do. He does do. What the fuck?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the name of what this video is supposed to be. Gromit knitting and farting.
What? No, no.
It's not playing, so it's fine. Hang
I
on.
told you this is somebody's awakening.
Carrot. All right, before I forget, there it is. Okay. So before, I think it was before Wallace walked off. This sign of this carrot sign was kind of imposed in the background for a little bit, and then as Gromit is waiting, all these spooky noises and things start to happen until it culminates.
Right, because Wallace went back to get the puppet off the wall.
Yes. And so Gromit is trying to get Wallace's attention, like honking the horn and stuff, like, hey, come on, let's go. Let's go already. And then
It was weird that Gromit said that. It was weird that Gromit said that. It was his only line in the movie.
Yeah, I know, weird, right? But then this carrot sign gets tossed at the car, and I'm trying to remember. All right, then afterwards, Gromit starts driving after the were-rabbit because to try and keep track with it, which culminates,
He uses the car lasso.
which every car has.
Fortunately, in America, you have to throw the lasso yourself.
And then it
I forgot the car. The car also had like an auto start where when you push it, a hand comes out and it hand cranks the car for you.
All right, that was at the very beginning. That was funny. What was I saying next? So then after lassoing the were-rabbit, the lasso kind of runs out of slack, and so Gromit starts getting dragged around, which culminates it ends up with him culminates into Gromit getting dragged underground through a rabbit hole, and the were-rabbit starts
dragged into hell.
Yes, they get dragged into hell. But what's the word? He gets dragged into a rabbit hole and kind of gets like dragged all over the village as the were-rabbit starts to cause issues across all the gardens in the village.
Burrows under every garden and pulls out every vegetable in his path, including shit that's like under greenhouses and lock and key.
Yes. Actually, that was kind of the lady like locking up her carrots for the night, and she just watches them coming towards her, and then she's trying to unlock her greenhouse, but it's too late. By the time she gets it unlocked, the carrots are gone, and then the greenhouse just drops into the ground.
And then the badge gets eaten.
Yes, exactly. And then. All right, and then, another funny joke is Gromit adjusting the windshield wipers from what was it, like a
heavy foam?
Yes, heavy foam. But unfortunately for poor Gromit, he eventually the lasso gets what's the word?
Lassoed.
Gets unlassoed
or snaps or something. Yeah.
And he loses track of the were-rabbit, which once again,
when the were-rabbit, when the were-rabbit ate the sign, or made this joke about, oh no, he's going to be pooping shards of whatever, and I pointed out that he has eaten like several gardens worth of incredibly large vegetables, which means he has immense amounts of fiber to pad out those shards of plastic.
He ate into the light. He ate glass.
Yeah, he's also eaten several melons the size of his whole body. There's going to be a lot of padding.
But what was I going to say?
The Grinch can eat glass, so can the were-rabbit.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought again.
Places the rabbit, the were-rabbit gets away, and Wallace and Gromit just drives home, and he follows the tracks inside of the house.
All right, but before he does that, he like hits like I can't remember. No, he snaps and like bumps the side of the steering wheel, and that sets off the airbag, which was also very funny. But
he manages to drive the vehicle out of this giant rabbit hole, and it's completely fine. Though he does the car does like shake off like a dog to get all the dirt off.
Yeah, so it's anti-mud or something.
It was like
But
D-mud.
It's like my brother drove his SUV through a puddle, and now the electronics don't work, and it's been out of commission for months. But this thing can drive out of underground, and it's fine.
But oh, now I remember. Yeah, he drives out of the rabbit hole and he realizes that he's in the backyard of his house. If I remember correctly.
Yep.
And so he starts like walking in, and he sees the inside of the house is a mess, muddy rabbit prints all over the place. The fridge has been ransacked. And Wallace is trying to do damage control with the customers because once again, the gardens got fucked up, and it's somehow his fault for not being able to stop a monster.
Yeah, he blames Gromit for not being there while he's on the phone.
Well,
Gromit was literally underground.
Yeah, so Wallace was mad because Gromit didn't stay put with the car because he drove off. But then Gromit continues to see what's the word?
The Babadook.
Yeah, the footprints, and they lead downstairs to where they find the rabbit still freaked out, and they find Hutch. What's the word? Basically, the footprints lead to Hutch, and they make the connection of, oh, Hutch is probably the were-rabbit because Hutch's hutch is destroyed.
Yeah, and they find the footprints that lead to the basement door specifically.
Yes.
They think, oh, the rabbit. They figure, oh, Hutch will be the were-rabbit. But then they come back out, close the basement door, find the footprint continue on past the door, and slowly turn to human footprints, which lead to Wallace's room, which is full of half-eaten vegetables. So I will note the were-rabbit footprints are three-toed, and Wallace is five-toed, and they just sort of transition mid-step. It's weird to think about.
It should be also noted that Gromit figures this out after Wallace has gone off to tell Lady Toddington that the issue has been taken care of, because Wallace still thinks that it's Hutch that is the were-rabbit. But then Gromit goes off to retrieve him as Wallace and Lady Toddington, or Toddy as she is now wanting him to call her, are having a little flirt session.
Totty,
yes. And then Victor also shows up at Toddy's house, but is very mad when Wallace is playing with...
He sees that the van is there. And
yes. Yeah. What happened next? So Gromit eventually arrives and realizes as the sun is going down, Wallace is starting to give into his baser natures.
or he's going to.
Yes.
Totty takes Wallace up to with her secret elevator. This is all turning into sex metaphors.
Can we get more pictures of the garden?
Can we get pictures of her melons? Yes, right there.
That's the melons! Yeah, melons.
The other one.
Let's see. Wait,
Somebody's into this.
fucked up British royalty. Yeah.
Can we go back to that picture of the back of Wallace's head?
Oh,
This is what I mean. What does his skull look like?
a horror show, I think. But let's see. So to prevent Wallace from biting into Toddy's forbidden carrot,
Pull up the carrot.
oh yes, give me a sec.
This is also a sex metaphor.
Yeah, where is the carrot? There's the carrot.
Well, I mean, it was in the this is also a sex metaphor if the melons are a sex metaphor.
The meta. Oh, what?
Can we go back to Wallace just fiending there?
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Gromit throws a piece of asparagus at the watering system to turn it on to soak them both because, you know, they both needed a nice cold shower to cool their hot blood.
I also isn't this where the guy is standing outside with the roses and he mishears their weirdly sexually charged voices?
Is he mishearing though? Really?
Yeah.
Maybe just a little
Is this
bit.
how people in the UK have sex? With just vegetables, showing each other vegetables?
Avery source?
I guess it depends.
But
But also, quick note, the fact that the roses the Victor brought, he simply cut them from her own gardens outside. He didn't buy no flowers.
I mean, you guys don't do that? I mean, what? Who said that?
You are not dating royalty, or
No, my implication is that I pillage other people's flower beds before I meet them for a date.
pillage other people's dumpsters. Okay, hang on. What royalty is she? I have to know.
She is a fictional royalty.
Well, is this a thing in small English villages where they're still kind of ruled by like a? She's a lady, like a duchess or a duke.
They're still around. They haven't got like any real power apart from having money
Mm-hmm.
and like land, but they ain't got, the control they
They have
used
these
to
in-
have.
They have those in rural podunk towns too. My small town is ruled by the Duke.
Anyway, so we cut to them driving home. Wallace is giving Gromit shit for you ruined my sweater vest. Like what's going on?
Can't believe you didn't let me score.
Yeah, and as they are driving home,
I was this close to closing the deal.
I was this close to being pegged by a giant carrot. But as they're driving home, Gromit is keeping an eye on the sun going down, because once the sun goes down, shit gets spooky.
Babadook.
But then on the way home, they encounter a fallen.
A felled tree.
Yes. And so Wallace gets out of the car to try and push it out of the way.
Ooh. This
But
giant
Gromit
tree that is thicker than he is tall.
Yeah, but Gromit notices that the tree didn't fall. It was cut down.
Which leads into my next thing, my next issue, besides Wallace trying to push this giant-ass tree out of the way. Victor comes out of nowhere with an axe, and it is heavily implied that Victor cut the tree down to threaten Wallace. I don't think he did, because that's a big-ass tree, and that is one axe.
It's okay, the tree is made of clay.
Oh, of course. But then for a couple of minutes, Victor is threatening Wallace, like, hey, that's my lady that you shared your Crunchyroll password with. How dare you? And then Gromit tries to get out of the car
You
to
should
help.
remember to change your Crunchyroll. You should remember to change your Crunchyroll password because they've lost your information 5 times.
Yes. But Gromit tries to get out of the car to help, but the other fucked up dog comes blocks him from leaving.
Is he though? Like he's a normal dog, and Gromit is like a man.
True.
Yeah, but this dog has big pointy teeth. Gromit doesn't have big pointy teeth.
Yeah, that's just a guy. That's just a guy
Gromit
right
doesn't
there.
have a mouth. Did he ever have a mouth?
I don't think so.
What is Gromit?
He's just a guy. But yes, as Victor continues to threaten Wallace, the
The
sun,
sun has gone down.
and then
Oh wait, hang on. The part. So this is something I was looking up stuff before we were watching the movie. The part where Victor tries to box with him. What does he say? Is it the boxing style or whatever?
I don't remember the specific what he
Oh,
called it.
God damn it. Okay, well, there went Sting. Pause.
Nope. And give me a second.
Hang on, let me, before you go. Yeah, when Victor's trying to box Wallace, he says Queensberry rules. Somebody points out here, Queensberry rules is a traditional set of rules for boxing, one of which is no rabbit punches, a blow to the back of the head.
Ah, okay, that's kind of funny. But yes, at this.
But when he goes to punch Wallace, Wallace suddenly turns into Superman and gets super strength and just throws the Victor at the car.
And then it is revealed at
Picks up that tree and throws it. Yeah.
And there's a part where Gromit knows what's about to happen, so he just locks the door. And when the other dog tries to, he's scratching on the window, let me in. Gromit just
Gromit's
solemnly
like, no.
knocks.
Well, that's because previously Gromit tried to get out of the car and the dog shut the door and said no.
But yes, at this point it is revealed that our good friend Wallace is the were-rabbit. Bum bum bum.
I hope the recording equipment is picking up the echo.
I picked it up for a second.
Which Victor is initially freaked out at, but then gets a bit of a dastardly grin when he realizes, oh, this means I can kill Wallace.
Who among us hasn't wanted to kill Wallace?
Ooh, me.
Oh, Brayden, you're alive.
I am. I just
don't have any
didn't want
strong
to
opinions.
interfere too much. Oh, I have strong opinions. I'm just saving them for after the recap.
Okay.
I have strong opinions about the one Indian man in the background.
No, I have strong opinions about him. Is he seeing anybody?
I do fucking say.
Hey, I only said, is he seeing anybody? I didn't get any weirder about that. Right, after...
He's seeing everybody because he has eyes.
After Victor gets his dastardly idea, then it transitions to the scene of him going to the vicar and being like, hey, what do you know about monsters? And then the vicar showing him a book.
Covers up.
Mm-hmm.
The vicar covers up his Wrestling Nuns magazine.
I mean, who doesn't love a wrestling nun?
Nuns who are bad at wrestling.
Yeah, then leading to another one of my favorite joke scenes in the movie, which is a bullet. A bullet. A bullet with thunder crashes. Victor closes the shutters like, God's sake, what kind of bullet?
Bullet from Guilty Gear.
But a gold bullet that's 14 karat.
24 carat.
20. Whatever. The joke is that it's made of carrot. Oh wait, hang on.
I wonder why.
I referred to it as it being a Brayden joke.
I absolutely loved that joke. I loved many of the jokes in this movie, but I absolutely loved that joke.
This is very much Braden's style of humor.
Raiden sticks his head into the call, says something, and then pops back out.
But then after that scene, we go back to the home of Wallace and Gromit, and once again, Gromit is trying to get breakfast ready, and brings Wallet down.
When he opens the chute, a bunch of half-eaten vegetables fall out.
And then, lo and behold, Wallace gets through the gap without getting stuck.
Yeah.
You see, eating 10 times your weight in just raw vegetables makes you lose weight. That's just how that works.
Well, that's just because if you do that, you're just gonna be shitting. You're not absorbing any of that. You're just shitting.
He's losing weight from all the internal bleeding from eating that glass.
His shits are raw, nasty, and fibrous. But then we have a whole exchange of Gromit trying to tell, like, hey, you have ears. What ears? You have giant fucking rabbit ears.
You are the were-rabbit.
Uno fucking dick.
You are the were-rabbit. No, I'm not.
This is just a symptom of me eating a bunch of vegetables.
Just like if I'm the were-rabbit, why isn't Hutch turning, I don't know, into me?
Well, Gromit tries to tell him this by pointing at the picture on the newspaper, which somehow somebody got a close-up face picture of the were-rabbit. And for some reason, I don't know, Gromit just can't write.
He doesn't have thumbs.
He can't
Maybe
speak because he's holding the newspaper.
Maybe he didn't have a pen handy.
Fuck, he does have
He has a
thumbs.
thumb.
Shit.
What the fuck is he? Does he have a mouth?
Maybe he didn't have a pen handy. I don't know.
Some sort of fucking human mutant. This is some sort of fetish thing.
But, yeah, after they discover that Hutch is slowly turning into Wallace, we cut to the next scene of Lady Toddington.
This is not glaze over that part.
Oh, what part?
Yeah, Hutch is turning into Wallace, dressing in sweater vests and speaking in like a high-pitched Wallace voice and he's just saying Wallace-isms about cheese.
Honestly, it's kind of terrifying.
It's also because, can you pull up the picture of Hutch? His like eyes are looking in opposite directions.
Okay, can I just get Hutch? Oh my god.
Like this is Eldritch horror. He does not understand what he is doing. He is just saying things that are in his mind and he does not understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like the Thing from The Thing.
But then after that discovery...
Something to say about this, but I'll hold it to the end.
Oh, yeah. What thing?
I'll hold it to the end.
Okay.
Me holding my pee.
But then after those scenes, we...
Surprised they didn't make a pee joke, considering all of the vegetable jokes in this movie.
I think it would have been too low-hanging of a fruit.
No, there are plenty of low-hanging fruit in this. There are so many. They make the melons joke. They make so many easy sex jokes in this movie. They
Just
make
look at my
jokes.
wife's brassicas ravaged in the night.
Okay, next scene. Trying to move this along. Toddy is trying to get things ready for the vegetable festival, and then everybody starts showing up, and it's like, well, there's not going to be a vegetable festival because the monster is still alive. And she's like, oh, well, Gromit told. Hey, Gromit didn't tell her shit. Wallace told me. Wallace told me that it was taken care of. Well, it wasn't very taken care of. And then the joke about the cauliflower / the brassicas. And then Victor shows up again, and it's like, hey, I can take care of the problem. You just gotta let me take care of the problem.
Yep. He goes out to shoot the were-rabbit. Well, specifically, he just goes up to Wallace's house to shoot Wallace.
Well,
and they have to get Wallace out the back door using the sex rabbit.
Well, before that, we cut back to a scene of Wallace trying to fix the brain omatic, but because his brain is going super bunny, he's not doing it very well. But then they give the parts. The parts are given to Hutch, and he's able to start working on the machine,
fixing it.
Yes. Yeah. But then also, Lady Tottingham comes to the door.
Lady Marmalade.
Lady Marmalade. And she comes to the door and she's like, "Hey, okay." So Hutch answers first, and then Wallace intercepts and is like, "Just a minute."
While Gromit finds him a hat to cover his ginormous rabbit ears.
Basically, through this conversation, he is going through transformation moments of the were-rabbit. So he has to basically end the conversation as quickly as possible, which comes off as very rude to Lady Tottingham. And also she has the line of Wallace calls her Totty, and then she says, "No, Lady Tottingham, if you will," because he's rejecting him for lying, allegedly. And then he's basically rude to her throughout the whole conversation, and she leaves crying.
Which once again, this I don't feel like this interaction would have happened because people only know about the were-rabbit because of the picture that somehow they got a hold of, which is still very weird.
Oh, this would have happened because he was transforming as they were talking.
True. But then at this point, this is when Victor starts coming up towards the house to shoot Wallace in the face.
And then he did it. The movie was over.
Yes. God bless. Anyway, how did we feel? I'm kidding. But no.
Then they snuck Wallace out the back using the Lady Bunny costume as a decoy.
Well, they use it to lure the were-rabbit out of the house. And when Victor goes to shoot it, he accidentally shoots the fake rabbit. But because everybody hears the gunshot go off, they all assume, oh, Victor did it, and we can all have our vegetable festival now.
When in actuality, Gromit is the one parading around in the Lady Buddy costume, and then once Victor realizes that he didn't actually shoot Wallace, he storms off towards the vegetable festival after he locks Gromit up in a cage.
Also because the were-rabbit seemed to have been heading in that direction.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so the next scene is Victor getting to the festival and is trying to act normal.
Everybody sees him as a big hero because they all think he shot the the monster, he goes up to the police officer and he tries to whisper in his ear, "Now, I don't want anybody to panic, but the monster's not dead." And then the police officer repeats what he just said into a loudspeaker,
A megaphone.
so everybody
Yeah.
hears it. Also, can you pull up the police officer and his oddly shaped head?
Oh, yes. Also, Gromit.
Because it's stereotypical the British police officers have the huge hat. But this is actually proportional to him because his head's so fucked up.
Wait, hang on.
That's all the joke is. Is that normally that helmet isn't full of head. Normally,
Hang on. Is he a reoccurring character?
yeah, he comes back in the most recent A Murder Most Foul.
No, Vengeance Most Foul.
Vengeance Most Foul. Yeah.
Who's the character from Hey Arnold with the tall hair? Black kid.
Oh, I think it's Eugene or something?
I never watched Hey Arnold.
God damn it.
Hang on. Hey Arnold Eugene. That's not what
No. The black kid was not named
couldn't
Eugene.
I'm about to say that couldn't be more opposite of the character design.
Just say black. Jesus.
Fuck you. Gerald! That's his name.
My African American friend.
But yes, then the crowd starts panicking. And
Gromit is locked in a cage.
yes, Gromit's locked in a cage, but then he so Hutch at this point has completely taken over oh, that's terrifying. Has taken over Wallace's routine. So he's currently in bed. And
so Gromit throws like a broken trowel at the lawn gnome that has cameras in it, which sets off the motion sensor, which wakes up Wallace and sends him through the clothes putting on machine and drops him into the car.
yes. And is able to get
Gromit doesn't know how to drive, so he drives out backwards through the house and breaks him out of the cage.
And then they both make the... Oh, what the... Hang on, sorry. That doesn't help.
Jeez.
Sorry, I'm enamored with this picture. And then they start heading towards the vegetable festival. And Victor once again... oh, right, the crowd is panicking, and Victor shoots his rifle into the air, which, once again, another funny joke.
He's like, he tries to calm the crowd down, and in order to get their attention, he fires a bullet in the air, and he says, "Okay, I only have 1 gold bullets."
And an idiot.
And then he tells the group that he's basically using their vegetables as what's the word? As bait for the were-rabbit. And at this point, the lady with the pumpkin from the beginning, I can't remember her name.
Miss Mulch.
Yeah, Miss Mulch starts to panic, and she's like, "Well, he's not getting my pumpkin," and
she's not getting my baby, and then she drives off with it in a baby carriage. This giant pumpkin.
And then because Were-Rabbit Wallace has deemed her the weakest link of the group, starts chasing her and her pumpkin down.
And the crowd is going, "Wait, come back! Wait, come back!" And then she turns back to the crowd with the rabbit chasing them, like, "No, go away! Go away!"
And then I'm trying to remember. As Gromit and Hutch eventually show up, correct, and start leading Wallace around, correct?
Yeah, because Gromit has to sacrifice his prized marrow.
Yes.
He like surfs around on it by towing it behind the vehicle.
And then, as Gromit is distracting them, somebody grabs Victor's rifle and shoots the final bullet to try and hit Wallace. And then Victor goes to the vicar and is like, "Hey, I need more bullets." And the vicar's like, "Well, they're not cheap." And then Victor MacGyvers together another rifle shot with the gold carrot that is supposed to be trophy that's supposed to be given out to the best vegetable.
And a blunderbuss.
A blunderbuss and
That was sale.
yeah, an elephant gun, blunderbuss, and then a firework.
Which I do find funny because when he pops the carrot off the trophy, you can see the inside is plastic. It's not a gold carrot.
And then I think at this point, where Rabbit Wallace notices Lady Toddington, and Lady Toddington's dressed up as a. Hang on, can we find the picture?
Carrot. She is dressed up as multiple vegetables throughout this movie. At one point, she's dressed up as an ear of corn.
Yeah.
Like, that's her as an eggplant.
Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. Her as a carrot. But yes, Homegirl's looking very carroty. So, Wallace goes over and kidnaps her, and, Gromit, trying to follow them, commandeers...
He does take her because she looks kind of like Carrot, but he also takes her because douchebag McGee is trying to take the prize, and she's like, "What are you doing? This is supposed to be for everyone, and like whoever wins." Then he admits that like he wants to kill the were-rabbit, but also he lets it slip that he's just been trying to get her, like, marry her for her money and like a bunch of other horrible shit.
That he knew that it was Wallace when he agreed.
Well, the other reason Wallace goes for her is because he recognizes her as the love interest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this does just turn into King Kong, and I want to let's see. This came out like what, 2006?
Is that 2005?
Hang on.
Let's see. When was Pete?
Oh wait, this is the hang on. Lost Gromit.
Also, can I mention how very similar it turned into Resident Evil 4 whenever you said the bingo line at that time?
Oh, right. Where's everybody going? Bingo?
And then everybody just grabbed pitchforks and stuff. One person with a chainsaw, like...
Yeah.
Man who's only seen Resident Evil. This is giving me real Resident Evil vibes.
Yeah, so
so this came out...
Wallace kidnaps her... Good.
This sort of turns into King Kong, basically, because the giant rabbit is carrying this woman up the side of this building. And I want to point out, this came out the same year as Peter Jackson's King Kong, so this was fresh in the public conscious.
What year was that?
2005.
That's the same time as Resident Evil 4 as well.
Oh my god!
I was just curious about that. I was just curious about that. I just wanted to know.
Anyway, I would say
Wallace shows up.
Rabbit Wallace kidnaps her partly because she's dressed as a rabbit, partly because he notices she's in distress.
Sorry, I almost clicked on the wrong thing. Then, yes, so as Beth was talking about, it does turn into very much King Kong. It's we get into Wallace gets into a Gromit gets into a firefight with dogfight. Yes, ha 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 ha. A dogfight with Victor's dog.
Yeah, there's an amusement park ride where it's a bunch of bumper cars, but they're little planes. And it turns out if you just take the stopper off them and put enough coins in, these little planes will just fly.
Yeah.
Close enough picture.
So it's called Dogfight?
Yes.
The ride is called Dogfight.
Oh.
Yes.
So, like, That's what it's called whenever fighter jets are attacking each other in the air. Is they're having a dogfight. So
Yeah.
that's the joke.
The joke is the rod's called dogfight. That's what they do in airplanes, and it's dogs fighting.
No, the joke is no, the joke is mid-fight, Gromit is getting strangled, but then the rides need more coins to operate, and so the other dog pulls out his little coin purse to give him coins.
Politely looking for the right coin to put in.
Yes.
What was that? What, a 10 pence?
Yeah.
10 pence, none the richer.
When you're a little richer.
But then once the dogfight concludes, we come back to the scene where Lady Tottingham is... I keep clicking on the wrong one. They're up in the...
I mean, the were-rabbit has her. She's scared of the were-rabbit until the were-rabbit does the little gesture with his hands that Wallace usually does, and she realizes who it is.
Yes, the jerking two dicks at the same time.
That's the thing Trump does when he dances.
Oh my god.
Yep.
But then Victor eventually catches up, and Lady Toddington is like, "Hey, it's okay. It's Wallace. We don't have to shoot him." And
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill him.
yeah. Victor's like, yeah, no, I'm still gonna shoot him." And I believe it is at this point where he starts revealing like all the shitty stuff that Chris was talking about earlier, like how he's only wanting to pursue Tottingham because of the wealth, how he knew how he already knew that Wallace was the were-rabbit, so on and so forth. But then Gromit continues to fly up to help Wallace. And is able to deflect the gold carrot away from him, so he does not get shot.
Flying the plane in the way. Oh, right. When the other dog crashes his plane, it goes up in flames like it was full of gasoline.
Yeah, that dog's dead.
That dog is dead.
Well, no, because he managed to sneak back on the back of the Gromit's plane.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! Fuck! Nobody faces consequences for their actions in this movie.
Wait, hang on. I wonder. Victor. Okay, cool. Now, what if I look up Joker? Oh my god, it did.
What do you?
Remember how I said Victor started to look?
Yeah, this is because his wig falls off, and then he falls headfirst into a cotton candy machine.
And as the fight continues, he gets significantly more and more deranged looking as it goes on.
Looking cool, Joker.
Until it gets to the point, if I remember correctly, Victor knocks...
Getting better head.
Oh, thank you. Victor knocks Wallace down into a tent and looks over
soft cheese.
A soft cheese, yeah, and looks over it smugly, like, I win. And then Toddington comes up behind him. Oh, there we go. Yes. Comes up behind him and knocks him out with the giant carrot. And he also gets knocked into the soft cheese.
Except he lands on top of the car and has fallen several stories onto the top of a car. He should be dead.
Yes. But he's only unconscious at this point. And all right, also the rabbits that are kind of around are kind of cheering Wallace on during all these scenes.
And eating everything.
But then
He just sort of everybody thinks he dies and starts crying.
That's after they dress Victor up as the Lady Rabbit and send him out of
They
the.
get everybody away.
Yes. But as everybody's crying over Wallace's dead body, air
Killed
quote,
Wallace.
he transforms back, and Toddington is like, "Well, at least you are in the form that you."
He just sort of transforms back for no reason, and you see the rabbit brainwaves leaving his head for no reason.
I am now leaving the planet for no reasons. But then, as they're kind of crying over it, Hutch shows up again, and it's like, "Damn, I love cheese." And Gromit is like, "Oh yeah, Wallace does love cheese."
So this is something I want to point out, because I found this fact. That what was the name of the cheese they wake up Gromit with? Like Stinking Bishop?
I think so.
Yeah.
Apparently, after this movie, the demand for Stinking Bishop went up by like 500%.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, 500%.
Yep. Oh, so
What is that picture of Gromit? There's the picture of Gromit there.
I think that's a cake. I think.
Somebody Wallace to Gromits.
so it's kind of like the Jurassic Park effect, what they did with Chilean sea bass. Except you can't hunt stinking
Really?
fish. Yeah, so if I remember the story correctly, in the first Jurassic Park movie, one of the foods that was like featured in it was Chilean sea bass, and that made it so popular that Chilean sea bass was almost like fish to extinction because of it.
Yeah, I think something
Fun
like
fact
that.
about that: there is no such thing as a Chilean sea bass, because that is just the culinary name they do to like glossy up Patagonian toothfish.
They hunted an imaginary fish to extinction.
No, it's a real fish, but it's called the Patagonian toothfish. But people are like, no one is buying this. We're gonna call it Chilean sea bass instead.
Then something like that happened with Finding Nemo, where all these popular fish that were in Finding Nemo got really sold a whole lot, and
Yeah, from
because
pet trade.
everybody wanted them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Wallace isn't dead.
Yeah, they wake him up with the Stinking Bishop cheese, like with smelling salts.
And the movie starts to close off with Wallace and Lady Toddington, sorry, not Ham, turning her backyard into a rabbit sanctuary.
Well, there's also the really important joke that everybody remembers, because Wallace isn't wearing any clothes when he turns back into a human, so Gromit puts a box on him of cheese that may contain nuts, and you see Lady Tottingham look down.
Yes.
She must have really liked his carrot. You know what I mean?
She also makes like it's like a setup for a joke that doesn't happen because it's sort of like a fake out, but it's she talks about how she's gonna be awfully lonely on this manor by herself, but she has a proposition if he's willing to accept it. And it's like, are they gonna get together? And it's like, no. The fake out is that she turns it into a rabbit sanctuary.
And during the last section, she is just dressed as an ear of corn.
Oh, hang on, I can probably find it.
Oh yeah, and when Gromit gets the Golden Carrot Award.
Pansy spray.
Okay, well, don't see this image here. Wait, yeah, you see the. This is one of the little jokes I liked because Victor like pinned her hair back into it by pinning her hair to a vegetable with a pitchfork or something, and now she just has these band-aids in her hair. What if that's not? What if that's not her hair? What if her head is just shaped like that?
But yeah, go forward a bit on the photos.
Go where?
Forward. Yes. So I believe it's not that it's similar to that image, but she gives Gromit the award for his heroism
Oh yeah. Hang on. Is it here?
that he probably was going to win anyway because of the marrow if everything didn't go wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna get the picture of it.
Yeah,
There's the cord.
No.
There is a sad scene where because Gromit had to sacrifice his marrow when he was like surfing on it to attract the were-rabbit, there is a part where it slams into the back of the car and he gets squashed in it. So he's just sitting in the guts of his prized vegetable.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the fake out of them getting married, but it's actually her opening up her backyard as a rabbit sanctuary. And then after releasing all the rabbits, one final rabbit is released, and it is Hutch.
Who is still Wallace for some reason.
I think a little bit of me will always be here at the manor.
Oh yeah. And can I find
Trees.
She? Yes. But yeah, that was Wallace and Gromit. Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
So if you think about it, when the were-rabbit died, that means the rabbit part of Hutch also died, unable to return to its normal form. And some piece of Wallace will never be able to return to him. This is true body horror.
That is fucked up. Thoughts and opinions.
So I want to say one thing. I thought so. They did the brain machine. I forget the name of it again.
The
Brain-o-matic.
mind manipulation omatic.
I thought the ending of this was going to be that Wallace was going to be stuck in rabbit form, and they were going to mourn that. But then it's revealed that Hutch rebuilt it, and so then they switch him back. I thought that was going to be the conclusion, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that subplot never really went anywhere.
yeah. Anyway, Brian, you're up.
All right.
This is the biggest dog shit.
No, I quite enjoyed this movie. I thought this was very good. I can't believe I didn't watch this when I was younger, or for some
What
reason
the
I had no interest in it. But
What the fuck was wrong with child you?
I don't know a lot of things, but this movie, the only part I didn't really like was, as you had all mentioned before, he kind of turns back into his normal self for no real reason. But
The
like
were-rabbit sacrificed himself so that Wallace may live.
like
Just
everything
like our
else
Lord
in
and
this
Savior,
movie,
Jesus Christ.
up until that point, was actually written really well to fit in all these like jokes and puns and stuff, and still have this actually very coherent story that I thought was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie a lot more than I expected to.
Oh, yeah, it's genuinely really good.
Avery,
Just
what do you
kinda
think of the
my
movie?
Kind of my review, to be honest. I just generally just love this movie. And it's also just that, for me, it's also just such an impressive feat. Like,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of feet in this movie.
Oh, shush. it being
Toes.
like, a nearly hour and a half of stop motion animation. Just that by itself is just so impressive to me, at least. And just all the little things, like seeing, like, if you look close enough, like fingerprints on the clay, and it's very human.
I remember when Lego Movie did that, despite being completely CG, which I always thought was nice.
Yeah, but that's really my thoughts, to be honest. No notes on
Yeah.
fiction.
There's something else I didn't mention. There's the part where Gromit's sitting in the car knitting, and he turns on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
The song "Bright Eyes," "Bright Eyes" comes on. Apparently, that's a reference to Watership Down, the other Rabbit movie.
Aside from Peter Rabbit and aside from
No,
aside
it's a song
from
in Watership Down.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you're like the other Rabbit movie, and I was gonna start listing off all of the other Rabbit movies.
Saying it was the only Rabbit movie. One of us should pick an animated movie that we all hate, like 8 Crazy Nights. It's a technical foul.
I can feel Chris looking at me when 8 Crazy Nights is brought up, because every time we do like Christmas stuff, I bring up doing 8 Crazy Nights as one of the, what's the word?
Let's go do it.
I mean, it's such a good movie, though. Like,
We're not doing 8 Crazy Nights. You can't make me.
I'm going to hold your eyes open, like in fucking. Oh, what's that movie?
Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. And I'm going to subject you to it. Because you keep saying it. You keep wanting it. You keep wanting it. You keep wanting it.
I don't want it this time. Beth was the one that brought it up.
Non-consensual 8 Crazy Nights.
Why am I always getting shit for other people say? Like, Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be the fucking equivalent of like your dad making you smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Except I'm not for once, I'm not smoking the cigarettes in this situation.
Smoking the crack.
All right. Chris, did you give your thoughts on the movie?
Chris, do your bit first.
Okay.
I think it's a really good movie.
Mhm.
Aside from that one plot with the brain machine not resolving, there's really not many faults to it.
We'll try it again.
Some of the jokes didn't age the best, but for the most part, they aged pretty well.
Wait, what do you mean? I guess Hogwarts. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. I was thinking Hogwarts, and you can make a case for the pansy spray.
I mean, to be fair, it's spray for your pansies.
Are we not allowed to say that anymore? Are we not a country anymore?
No, empires don't usually last past 250 years. You know what? How old America turns this year?
Oh, right. I haven't said my thoughts yet. Beth, you say your thing first.
The thing about 8 Crazy Nights. Did any of you watch 30 Rock when it was on?
No.
mm-mm.
God damn it. You people and your lack of just 4 channels. Okay, so there's a bit in one of the episodes of 30 Rock where it's like everybody gets a turn to pick for what's for lunch, and somebody picks. Do y'all remember Blimpies?
Is that like a sandwich place?
God damn you, young people. Blimpies was a shitty Subway alike that's not in business anymore, but somebody keeps insisting they eat at Blimpies. And they're like, no! Sort of thinking about that with 8 Crazy Nights.
And then I guess I'm the last one to talk about the movie. I watched this when I was younger. I don't know how old I would be in 2005, but I watched this in theaters with my family. It was a pretty good movie. Still a pretty good movie.
I watched this movie for the first time when I was older in the future.
Excuse me.
You would have been 9 when you watched this.
Thank you.
God, there's no soul in those eyes.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very solid movie to watch.
Wallace has been replaced by a skinwalker, and Gromit can tell.
The penguin won in that one short.
Hollowed out his oddly shaped skull and is piloting him around like a robot.
Yeah. But yeah, this was another episode. Any other thoughts or opinions to have before we stop the recording?
Put up the bag of shite again.
Of course. Oh, hang
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
on. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hello, nobody.
You fat bastard.